Hello fellows, Nandita ma'am is back again with tenses. This time around, all the subcategories of past tense. What are they? Simple past or past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous. So, what is the structure of simple past? We use subject, that is any noun, noun phrase or pronoun which is what we are talking about in the which is or who is what we are talking about in the sentence, like the old man, the boy, he, she, it, Ram, Ramesh, Taj Mahal, anything, right? And then V2. What is V2? The second form of the verb. What is second form? The past form. ठीक है, जब past simple past tense हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं तो subject लेते हैं और उसके साथ V2 बिठाते हैं या फिर past form बिठाते हैं. Like he worked in the office, right? They rode the bicycle, right? Now, again, here we do not have auxiliaries. So how to introduce our negative? For negative, we have to introduce do form, and did is the past form of do. So did not. So he did not ride the bicycle, something like that. And whenever there is a question without a WH word, that is what, how, etc. So you have to bring the auxiliary up front and begin the sentence. Like we will start with did, then subject and then V1. With any do form, the following verb has to be the root form. So did work, did ride and not did rode. Okay. So where it is used to show past habit, past action, any kind of recounting or narrative. Habits बताता है, past में हुआ action बताता है, या फिर कुछ भी याद करके या दोहरा करके जब हम बता रहे हैं स्टोरी की तरह, तो past में, then that is past simple or past indefinite. Now let's come to past continuous. टक 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 मतलब कंटिन्यू हो रहा है, लगातार हो रहा है. लगातार दिखाने के लिए वर्ब को कौन से फॉर्म में रखेंगे? ing फॉर्म. वर्क, वर्किंग, राइट, राइटिंग, मेक, मेकिंग. सो ये ing फॉर्म के साथ हमें ऑक्सिलरी लगाना पड़ेगा एंड बी फॉर्म लगाना पड़ेगा. प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूस में इजमार था, पास्ट कंटिन्यूस में वॉज वर्ब हो जाएगा. सो सब्जेक्ट प्लस वॉज वर्ब प्लस वर्ब ing. I was writing, I was playing. And when it is negative, you have to introduce the negative after the auxiliary. They were not playing. Okay, and the auxiliary will come at the beginning if it is a question. Were they playing or was he writing? Something like that. Where do we use it? We use it to show persistent and nagging habit. परेशान करने वाला past habit बताना है, तब use करते हैं. We use it to show a continued action in the past. He was reading the book, but obviously in the past, therefore was a longer continued action when something else happened, and both the action happened in the past. Okay, now let's come to perfect tense. Again, perfect tense will take an have has had form. So past form of have has is had. So subject plus had and always the V3, the third form of the verb. So he had gone and not go or not went. So he had to gone. And negative will take not after had. So he had not gone there. And question will begin with had. And where can we use it? We can use it when we show two different past action happening and the previous of the two past action will be in had V3 form, and the nearer past action will be simple past. It can also be shown in case of unfulfilled past desire or past want. Okay, and it can be used in if condition, the third condition, which is impossible. Okay, if I had known, I could have helped, something like that. Now let's come to perfect and continuous. Continuous is verb ing, perfect is had. So subject plus had, इन दोनों को जोड़ने के लिए बीच में been. So subject plus had plus been plus verb ing. For negative, subject plus had के बाद ही not लगेगा, auxiliary के बाद ही not. Had not been plus verb ing. He had not been studying. Okay, and question will begin with had followed with subject and the rest of it. Where can we use it? It can be used for continued action from past. Okay, he had been studying, right? A repeated action of past. Okay, he had been complaining, an action which began in past before the spoken time. Okay, and continued in the past for the spoken time, before the spoken time. Now let's come to the examples. First example is of past action, so it has to be simple past tense. He jogged earlier, मतलब वो जॉगिंग के लिए गया था थोड़ी देर पहले, उस टाइम पे उसने जॉगिंग की, राइट, लेकिन अभी नहीं, राइट. सो पास्ट एक्शन. He used to read newspaper. Can you see it is showing the past habit? Remember, past habit can also be shown with this structure used to plus V1 instead of just using V2. Like he wrote poem. That means वो पहले poem लिखता था. और इसको हम दूसरी तरह से क्या बोल सकते हैं? He used to write poem. Used to plus V1 is also past habit. Then comes recounting or narrating from the past. Do you know my mother baked a special cake on my birthday? So recounting and narrating from past also using simple past tense. Baked. He was nagging me back then. Now comes the continuous tenses and examples. So this is persistent habit from the past. वो मुझे परेशान करती थी उस समय, ठीक है? He was nagging. Ria was drawing. This is past action. Ria was drawing. Ria was dancing. Ria was swimming. Past action. Past continued action, right? Neha was, now here comes those two action in the past I talked about. One which continued while the other happened, which continued previously, that is in past continuous tense, and while the other happened will be in simple past. Now can you see here? Neha was watching TV. Continuous, past continuous. When I reached there, okay? So reach, simple past, right? And in these cases we usually use when and while, okay? Let's come to the next part, that is perfect tense. The bus had left when he arrived. Again two past action, but this time none of the action is continued. One happened earlier than the other. So the one which is nearer to us will be in simple past. The one which happened before the other will be in past perfect. देखो, बस पहले चले गए थे जब वो पहुंचा, है ना? पहुंचा, arrived, simple past. बस पहले चले गई थी, that is had left. So past perfect. Past perfect is always past of past. Remember that. Then comes unfulfilled desire from the past. He had wanted an SUV car. Okay, ये उसका past desire था. So had V3. And now comes the impossible condition. If conditions के तीन forms होते हैं, real है ना, unreal and impossible. ये वाला third form है impossible, जो हो ही नहीं सकता खुद से. But condition बता रहे हैं. If he had done it, I could have helped. अगर उसने वो काम उस टाइम पर कर लिया होता तो मैं उसे मदद कर देता, लेकिन अब नहीं हो सकता है, right? So if he had done, can you see that perfect structure? Now comes the past perfect continuous. Action began in the past. He had been working for NASA since 2000. ये उस समय की बात है, ठीक है? उसके साथ आप ऐड भी कर सकते हैं, he has just retired. लेकिन उस समय वो काम करता था. And then repeated action, something like he had been blaming the government. That means a repeated action which came and went away, came and went away, on and off. He had been blaming, again he stopped, and again he blamed, right? He had been blaming the government. So you got the point. I hope you understood all the examples and all the usages. We'll meet again with future tense and its subcategories in the next video. Bye for now.